Good evening everyone. I am Biswajit Paira, lecturer of English and a winning gold medalist from Rebels University from the head of governor. I have qualified NET 2 times for assistant professor and WB set for assistant professor. Basically in today's class I am going to discuss an important topic which is passive voice. But before understanding passive voice you have to keep in mind two things. One is tense and one is object very much. And in the case of tense, I have already told you that tense is of two types. Okay, but in present time we know that tense is of three types. But remember, tense is always two types. Past and present, there is no future tense. Okay. But when you are going to learn tense as a type, each of three types, past, present, future. The concept of future tense we are getting from model auxiliary. Okay. However, every tense is of four parts. Indefinite, continuous, perfect and perfect continuous. Okay, that's why in total we have to learn 12 tenses. In simple present tense you are learning that in affirmative subject plus given plus object. In negative do not and does not. In interrogative do or does will come before the subject. And secondly, if the subject is third person singular number, then SOS will be added to the main verb. This is the rules of simple present tense. And if I try to define simple present tense, it means any kind of habitual action or universal truth or day-to-day life events. For example, I go, I come, I eat, the sun rises in the east. Okay, now I was saying that if the subject is third person singular number, then SOS will be added to the main verb. That's why I come, but Ram comes. I know, but Ram knows. I come to school, but Ram comes to school. In negative, do not, does not, and does not in the case of third person singular number. Okay. For example, I know you, I don't know you. Do I know you? Don't I know you? Ram knows you, Ram does not know you. Does Ram know you? Doesn't Ram know you? In present continuous, we are learning subject plus ambiguous plus verb plus ing plus object plus others. Okay, it means any action which is happening or continuing or progressing in the present time. Okay, in negative I am not, is not, are not. In interrogative ambiguous will come before the subject. Okay. For example, if I give an example, I am playing cricket, I am not playing cricket, am I playing cricket, am I not playing cricket? Biswajit sir is teaching you English, Biswajit sir is not teaching you English. Is Biswajit sir teaching you English? Isn't Biswajit sir teaching you English? Now another confusing thing that what to use not. If the subject is noun, not will be used before the subject. If the subject is pronoun, not will be used after the subject. For example, if I say, isn't Ram playing cricket? But are you not playing cricket? You is pronoun, that's why not will be used after noun. So after the subject you. But Ram is noun, that's why not will be used before. Okay. Now come to the present perfect tense. Present perfect tense means any action which have just finished. Okay. In rule, subject plus adjective plus BT plus object plus others. In negative has not, have not. In interrogative has will come before the subject. For example, if I say, I have done the work, I have not done the work, have I done the work, have I not done the work. Now come to present perfect continuous tense, very interesting grammatical topic. That present perfect continuous tense means any action which is started earlier, still continuing. If I say, since morning I have been teaching you. Okay, here two things are we are getting. Point of time and period of time. Point of time means particular time where you have to use since. But in period of time, you have to use for. The sentence structure rule is subject plus, adjective plus, being plus, verb plus, ing plus, object plus, others. For example, if I say, I have been teaching you since morning. In negative, have not, has not. I have not been teaching you since morning. Okay. Now come to the simple past tense or past indefinite. It means in past any action had happened, only happened. Okay, for example, I went to school, I came, I wrote a letter, I drove a car. And sentence structure rule is subject plus V2 plus object plus others. In negative, did not plus V1. In interrogative, did will come before the subject. Okay, I wrote a letter. In negative, I did not write a letter. Did I write a letter? Did I not write a letter? But did not Ram write a letter? Because Ram is noun, not will be used before the subject. But as he or you or I is pronoun. That's why not will be used after the subject. Now past continuous tense means any action which was happening in past. The rule is subject plus was plus verb plus ing plus object plus others. Okay, for example, I was playing cricket, I was not playing cricket, was I playing cricket, was I not playing cricket. In negative was not, were not, in interrogative was not, will come before the subject. Now most difficult and most interesting tense is past perfect tense. It means in past two incidents happened. The first incident will be past perfect, second incident will be past indefinite. Okay. Now rule is subject plus had plus did plus object plus others. For example, if I say the patient had died before the doctor came, the train had gone before I arrived. Now past perfect continuous tense means same thing in past two incident will happen, but the first incident will be in a continuous mode. For example, if I say, first I am telling you the rule, subject plus had been plus verb plus ing plus object plus others. And if I give one example, the train had been going before I arrived. Understood? Now come to the future tense, very easy. Although there is no existence of future tense in tense. Okay, but from type point of view, we are getting the existence of future tense, but the concept of future tense we are getting from modal auxiliary. Okay. However, simple present tense, simple future or future indefinite means any action will happen in future. Rule is subject plus shall will plus V1 plus object plus others. And shall will be used after I and will and everywhere will. But in present modern grammar, you can use will everywhere. Okay. In negative, shall or will not. In interrogative, shall will come before the subject. One example is I shall go there. I shall not go there. Shall I go there? Shall I not go there? Ram will come. Ram will not come. Will Ram come? Will not Ram come? Yes or no? Future continuous. Okay. In future, any action will be in a continuous mode. For example, if I give the rule, subject plus shall be will be plus verb plus ing plus object plus others. In negative, shall not be, will not be. In interrogative, shall will come before the subject. Okay. For rule, for example, if I say I shall be eating rice, I shall not be eating rice, shall I be eating rice? Shall I not be eating rice? Shall I not be eating rice? Ram will be coming. Ram will not be coming. Will Ram be coming? Will not Ram be coming? Future perfect tense, another interesting thing. It means in future, two incidents will happen. First incident will be future perfect. Second incident will be present indefinite. Rule is subject plus shall will plus have plus be plus object plus others. In negative, shall not have, will not have. One example, I shall have completed the task before this result comes. Next, future perfect continuous tense. Okay. Same thing, but the first incident will be in a continuous mode. Rule is subject plus shall have been or will have been plus verb plus ing plus object plus others. Okay. For example, if I say I shall have been writing a letter before this result come. In negative, shall not will not have. This is all about tense. Now come to object. If you don't get object, you can't solve from active to passive. You can get object by asking the main verb by what or whom. For example, if I say I have given you a chocolate. I have given you a chocolate. Okay. Now given is the main verb. Now I am asking I have given what? A chocolate. Whom? You. So you here object, a chocolate also object. So object is of two types, direct object and indirect object. You can get direct object by asking what, you can get indirect object by asking whom. Okay. And the verb which is object is called transitive verb. And if you want to try to turn from active to passive, you have to find out the object. If you can't find the object, you can't turn from active to passive. Okay. Now come to the passive rule. In simple present tense, passive rule is object plus ing plus be plus by plus subject. Present continuous passive rule is object plus ing plus being plus be plus by plus subject. Present perfect passive rule is object plus has plus been plus be plus by plus subject. Present perfect continuous tense passive rule is object plus has been or have been plus being plus be plus by plus subject. Past indefinite passive rule, object plus was plus be plus by plus subject. Past continuous passive rule, object plus was plus being plus be plus by plus subject. Past perfect passive rule, object plus had plus being plus be plus by plus subject. But in past perfect continuous tense, although some grammar book says it is not possible to turn the sentence from active to passive in the case of past perfect continuous tense and present perfect continuous tense, but it is possible. Okay. If I say the rule past perfect continuous passive rule, object plus had been or have been, sorry, only had been plus being plus be plus by plus subject. Okay. Now come to future indefinite or simple future passive rule, object plus have been, will be plus be plus by plus subject. Future continuous passive is not possible, but in future perfect we can say object plus have been, object plus have been or will have been plus be plus by plus subject. This is all about the passive rule of tense. In modal auxiliary, passive rule is object plus modal plus be plus by plus subject. This is all about the rule of passive. Okay, thank you.